We're in Dubai covering the Champions Trophy, but there's a bit of a controversy brewing around cricket in India. And why has it become such a big matter? Because it's got politicians involved. And you know, anything in India, as soon as politics or parties are involved, it tends to get blown out of proportion. So Shama Mohammed, the Congress spokesperson now, is the one under attack. She put out a Twitter post yesterday saying Rohit Sharma is fat and also he's the most unimpressive captain ever. Now, first things first, is she a cricket expert? If she is or she's not, I think it's been made very clear by that statement. A lot of social media reactions are coming in on that. In fact, I also replied to her on Twitter, and I wrote, this social media trend that goes like, tell me you're a cricket fan without telling me that you're a cricket fan. This trend is there. It's there for a lot of other things people use. So I actually used that, and I said, quoting her tweet, I wrote that, tell me you have no idea about cricket without actually telling me you have no idea about cricket. And that's what she actually ended up doing. Now, cricketers, I understand, are public figures, as are film stars, as are politicians, so they are open to scrutiny. And it's okay that everyone can have an opinion. Also, don't get me wrong, even though I put that quote out, I'll tell you why I did that. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that only former cricketers and sports journalists have the right to comment on the sport. No, public figures, like I'm not a political journalist or a politician, but I comment on the politics of it because it affects me. And same thing is with the Indian cricket team. They represent all of us. Everyone is entitled to a opinion. So no denying that. But then if you are going to opine on something, you're going to say on something, you need to have full knowledge about it, especially when you are a person of repute, especially when you are a spokesperson of a national party. You've got to be very careful as to what you are saying. And this is where the problem is. So you can clearly make out from her reaction that she has no idea about what she's talking about. So let's break it down. First thing she says is that he's fat. Okay, now that can be a public that can be a personal opinion, and she said that also. Fair enough. A lot of people comment that. She's not the first one. In fact, when I put that tweet out on her tweet, a lot of people wrote to me also saying, what is it? The first part is right. Because I know there is this fan war that happens in India, and even if there's not a fan war, many people have earlier body shamed Rohit Sharma. But my point is, one, let's talk about his fitness in the true sense. The man has 3 double hundreds in ODIs. Or ask any elite sports person, getting to 100 requires next level fitness. And yeah, he may not look like a model to you, but that does not mean he's not fit enough to be playing cricket. His job is to play cricket. He's not a model, right? He doesn't have to look a certain way. I give an example of Sarfraz. If he can bat, if that's his body type, some people are, maybe living a healthy lifestyle, still their body type is like that. I'm not saying that that's the case with Rohit Sharma or whatever, but I'm saying in general, their body types. So long as he's fit enough to carry on his job, so long as he's fit enough to, be taking catches if he's fielding inside the circle, or running singles, or not hampering the team in any way with his fitness, why should we have an opinion on how he looks or how his body shape is? As I said, double hundreds, 3 of them. Nobody in the history has done it. After 100, people start cramping or having exhaustion, unable to carry on, unable to run. He's reached double hundred. Ask any elite cricketer, he'll tell you he can do it. There have been cases of many other cricketers in the past who may have looked a certain way, but they're fit enough to play their sport. So I think that should not be a worry as far as fitness is concerned. Also, when you're a spokesperson, as I said, he's the captain of the Indian team. I'm in Dubai, wherever a Rohit Sharma will go, he's representing India, not just the Indian cricket team. He travels anywhere, he's the ambassador. All players are ambassador, but he's also the captain. If you're going to put these things out on public platform, you are actually pulling, how many times we get upset when, let's say, the Prime Minister is representing India and there is some sort of criticism from India. We say, listen, you can't do that. You have some issues, you say it within publicly, openly. Why would you want to criticize somebody? So he's also a brand ambassador. He's representing a country. To do that on a social media platform, I don't think it's great. It also tends to show, does the party think like that? Because she's a spokesperson, she's got to be careful. Even though the Congress party is distant themselves, saying it's a personal opinion, which is fair, so the party doesn't stand by it, but she's also deleted it, which is fine. There is a realization. All of us, if you have a realization, you make a mistake, you've realized, then it's fine. But she's not issued an apology. She's deleted those comments, but it would be nice. It's okay. You pass a statement, but you realize you're wrong. You issue an apology saying you don't mean to cause him any harm. Also, the tone of the you could write it. If you had an issue with the fitness or whatever, you could have written it in certain manner. But I thought the tone of that particular tweet was also very harsh, as if she had some personal agenda. And I think that's where the problem really lies. Now let's tackle the second part of her statement, saying that he's been the most unimpressive captain ever, and that is something which is why I wrote something like that. Tell me, you know nothing about cricket without actually telling me, because this really shows she has no idea about the sport. Because anyone who's followed the sport will tell you he's been one of the finest captains ever that India has produced. I put him in the same breath as a Saurav Ganguly or a MS Dhoni in the recent past, because we cover cricket all across the globe. We scrutinize every little decision taken, and I think tactically he's very, very good. We've oftentimes spoken about it. Secondly, as a leader, as a man manager, which is also a sign of good captaincy. We often talk about Saurav Ganguly being that. He's also good at that because players who've played around him speak about that. So on these counts, he's ticked all the boxes. And then in terms of results, he's won you, he's taken you to a WTC final, he's taken to a 50-over final. Yes, you've lost those finals, but he's taken you that far. He's won you a T20 World Cup. The Indian team is doing very well in Champions Trophy. Let's not forget, won you 5 IPL titles, and that's very rare. So, put all of those things together, tells you that, captaincy, I don't think you can have any doubt about. You can, right now debate about Rohit Sharma's test form, which is going to be fair. It's a valid debate. Rohit Sharma, the captain, has been outstanding, and especially more so in white ball cricket. To say the most unimpressive captain, that actually now tells you that, there was something personal that, you had against him, which is why you put that tweet out, which is why it's playing out the way it is, and she's getting all the flack that she's getting on social media from various reactions coming her way. But if you're a cricket fan and if you're worried that this is going to have any impact on the team, I don't think so. I don't think the team is going to bother too much. Had it come from, let's say, a former cricketer or someone who knew the sport, maybe it would perturb them, disturb them. But it comes from someone who, as we've now established, knows nothing about the sport. I don't think it's going to bother the Indian team. It'll have any impact on Rohit Sharma per se, I think. And they're all going to be geared up for the game that's ahead. It's on the eve of the semi-final that I'm doing this video, and I think that's going to be the least of the worry for the Indian team at the moment. So you let me know in the comment section what you think of this statement by Shama Mohammed. Whether there is you thought there is some personal agenda that she had in mind. How is it that she got it wrong in the manner in which she wrote? Also look at 2 different parts of the statement and let us know what you think of it. For the moment, this is Nikhilnaz signing off from Dubai, and as I always say, do give us a like on our videos. I'd really appreciate that. That's the only thing that we ask. And yeah, do share it with your other friends who are discussing this topic. Maybe it'll help them see a different perspective. Subscribe to Sports Today. Don't forget that as well. Bye bye from me, Nikhilnaz.